Hello everyone, this is JPL, and welcome back to another nostalgic reaction. If you're new to nostalgic reactions, then what they are is just a reaction series where I react to whatever thing I'm nostalgic for, and it's typically pony videos. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at some Silly Philly Studios classics. Now, Silly Philly Studios, they were an animation team of bronies that would make these cool animations. A lot of them were based on the character of Luna. So they would range from like cool, like sweet, emotional little tidbits where it's like, one character gets a kingdom arc, or something silly like a parody of Charlie the Unicorn. Today I'll be taking a look at six classics that I felt nostalgic for. There were two very popular ones like Snowdrop and The Fall of the Crystal Empire, which were both must-see videos during that time when they released them. And so those were like very classics that I am nostalgic for. I'm also going to be taking a look at stuff like Donut Steel and Muffins.pon. I'm not going to react to every video they ever made, just like the handfuls that I'm nostalgic towards and the ones that I remembered the most. So that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, why don't we get started? Yes, they're classic. Oh. Right.
Get ready. Donut Steel! It's time to chew flank and kick bubblegum. And I'm all done. Thrilling action!
Just like every action movie I've ever seen.
Everything explode around you?
Well, an important side character.
It's directed by Michael Bay.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light! Truly gratuitous action!
Oh, right.
Yeah. Don't call us.
Sombra, why did you make that? Yeah, so this is a short video. It's not one of their classics. It's not one of their most beloved entries, but I remember this one fondly because I do enjoy the parody of the 80s, 90s action hero trailers where everything's just crazy, moving on. It's just, it's all ridiculous. You have your alicorn protagonist with a horrible or OC. It's just a fun time overall. And I guess it is an odd way to start with this Silly Philly nostalgic look back, but it is entertaining nonetheless. But like, yeah, there are other reasons why I chose to do this one because of its little sequel. But yeah, it's certainly a video that is, I don't know if it'd be awesome today. It's all over the place and very much of the time period it came out, but it is still pretty fun. On to the next one. Snowdrop.
But they are the ones who have forgotten how the snowflake came to be.
Yes, a really sweet story. This one was definitely a must-watch for the time. I do remember there be plenty of criticism for this.
Bring forth the snow-melting showers from the south. Can any pony tell me the southern nation that allows Equestria to collect their warm front cloud system? Cirrus?
It's cool that they just went all out on this one. It's solid animation, very much like the show. almost like the show. But they spend time to create new character designs, told a solid story.
Snowdrop, how is your project coming?
My project?
Oh,
Yes? Are you and your
Snowdrop.
partner ready to present?
My
the
partner?
cute little filly.
Do you not have a partner still? Snowdrop, this isn't just a small school project. This is the 100th spring.
Why are you giving school group projects to elementary school students? They can't meet together like high schoolers. And still, you should assign groups.
Be careful going home. I know you know your way, but the last blizzard of the year is always the worst.
I will. Really good surprise. Sure.
Yeah, I've seen the Friendship is Witchcraft version of this more than the original, so there's a lot of lines that are going off in my head, like
I can't
what's
go to
gonna
the
happen
spring
here,
sunrise.
that
I
unfortunately
just can't. A useless fool like
changes
me
some
could never make
context.
anything for spring. You can wish on them?
Yes. Once there was a time where you couldn't, where stars were rare. But when the princesses came, the stars began to come out every night. I
There's
bet
the
if you
mother.
listened, you could hear them twinkle.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't.
You listen better than any pony I know.
I believe one of the criticisms of this one was that it was pretty heavy-handed in how it tried to make it emotional, get the audience to feel for the character, and I guess the audience felt that a lot of this was cheap, but I understood that this is a fan animation, and they did a really solid job using the tactics that, yes, are often used to make you sad, but again, they did a really good job. If this was done on the show, sure, yes, I'd feel it's cheap. But for, like, fan-made products, this is a good start.
Don't worry. You won't need your eyes to find your place in the world.
I think I hear the twinkles.
And this is sad. This is sad. You know?
I wish, I hope, I dream, I pray. By the princess's rule, light my way. Please, I just want to show I can do something for once. Everyone else says I can't do anything, but I just...
The better question is, where's her guardian? Does Equestria not have systems to help this poor filly?
Tell me more about the stars.
Well, there are all sorts of stars, all different shapes and sizes. But they all
Yeah,
have points in
brutal.
their edges. When they spark,
It is interesting, though,
they leave little glowing spaces
that
only for a moment.
they just decided to tell a story about the creation of the snowflake,
Shooting stars,
which,
those are the
I
ones
don't
that
know.
have strong
It's
wishes on.
something you don't think about. It just happens, but a cool little tidbit for this universe that they try to do, and it's very sweet. You know, because
Snowdrop!
they do make him at the weather factory.
What are you doing? It's freezing. Come inside.
Oh,
Mother,
the mother is alive in this one. Where is she? It was pretty ambiguous. No, she is alive.
Work. After a long winter, it is wonderful to see so many young fillies and colts bring us such beautiful ideas to make the season shine.
Look at all those OCs.
Now, we can only choose one as the centennial symbol, but
Yes, back when everybody assumed that a younger Celestia had the pinkish hair.
it's just... I've been working so hard. Please, I have a gift for the seasons too, and... Doubt that.
may we see it?
The blind cruelty.
It's a star for winter. I can't see what the stars look like up there. Just like I can't see what spring looks like. But I can hear it all, and I heard the snow twinkling just like the stars do every night. So they should be able to grant wishes too, shouldn't they? Winter's been giving us a gift all this time, and we've just been ignoring it. Celebrating spring is good, but winter can't be all bad if it gives us these.
I like
It may be cold,
what this
but
short does
that
to the
doesn't
character
mean
of
there isn't any
Luna.
good to it.
I wish that they would have spent more time with it
Maybe winter is sad,
if
but
they had
every
made
pony
like a
doesn't
sequel
like
to
it.
this project.
May we see your wishing snow?
Could you make us some more?
Like that, the little filly got drafted into a factory by Celestia.
From then on, snows were gentle, behaving the weather team's wishes. Foals could play. Ponies could see beyond the icy chill.
Oh, okay. I
and a
see.
new sort of starfall could bring every pony sweet dreams.
So the snowflake helped make the blizzards less severe.
Is it really the last one we have?
It has been over 1,000 years, sister. And she only made so many.
She made a lot if it lasted 1,000 years.
I never got to.
I am sorry for that. I know she was a dear friend to you.
The only one who ever truly knew my night.
She still knows it, Luna. You know that.
Goodbye.
Oh, and it's the original one too. There's the feels. Yeah, I still say that this is a solid piece of fan animation. It is, yeah, it is very heavy-handed in its tactics to make you feel for the character. And there is not a lot of conflict going on. It's not the deepest story, but its simplicity works for it. It's not trying to be something over the top. It's trying to tell this sweet story with a sweet character that we don't really see blind ponies in other stuff. We never really saw one in the show. I don't really think we had much of that in other fan projects. So Snowdrop is one of the only ones, and it was one of the unique ideas that came from that early fandom. I never really understood the criticism for this project. I always thought it was a very sweet thing. It may not have been the most amazing thing out there, but it was still pretty good, and I still enjoy it. So yeah, on to the next one. Alright, so this opening thing works well. It's explaining that people have different opinions for how to express lore, which is great, but this I like that they tried to do something really cool and explains a bit of lore, because the show would never do it, but the fact that they tried something here I thought was pretty cool.
Walled up in his fortress like it were a tomb.
Our ground forces can't advance beyond his crystal field.
Ponies look really cool with armor on.
Unable to defend their plans with it. Well, hypothetically speaking, we're prepared just in case.
Indeed. He knows not what forces he is tampering with.
Interesting to
Does not
see
stay
this
his end
War
further.
Luna. Epic! It cannot have been easy to try and do action like this on Flash animation, because there's only so much you can do with the puppetry for 2D, and they did a really good job here, and it was pretty cool. This animation alone just made Sombra so cool. Probably even more cool than what he originally was in the show. Which is probably why people like Sombra so much afterwards. Like, this one animation did so much for Sombra.
Sister, thank goodness. Luna. Please. Sister.
It's interesting to see that her biggest fear was that Luna would turn evil, even before she did. Yeah, I mean, a lot of fans really wish this was, in fact, how the events went in the show. I would have liked it. You have multiple different ideas going on here. You have this Sombra, who is a really cool character here. But then they do a whole lot with Luna here, and part of her transformation into Nightmare Moon.
I was curious as to why your sister would fear you. It seems she is right to do so.
She does not.
I like this Sombra more than the Sombra that we got in the 9th season of the show. Like, the voice here is pretty cool. The one we got in the show is kind of...
Oh, I understand perfectly. Even if by some miracle you were to defeat me, you'd only soon fall to your sister. Why be forced to choose? Equestria will see many a foe in its future. Would it not make sense for us to stand against them together?
We would sooner take our own lives than submit to you.
Submit? Just like you have to your sister.
Really good manipulation there. Yes, this.
Darkness. Do you comprehend the powers you were gifted with? The same powers I was born into.
This transformation is really
Where do you
cool.
think the shadows all go to hide from the precious light? Just who do you think stands against them? What you possess is a mere fraction of their might. The same might I stand unyielding against, each and every night.
Giving her a scythe.
Stay back!
You are nothing compared to them. You are nothing compared to me! You claim to know fear? I shall show you true terror!
What are you?
I am a nightmare.
Totally rad. Love it.
Luna! What is it?
Thank goodness.
It's also interesting to see that she can transform to and from her Nightmare Moon persona here. It's also interesting that they even tried to do a thing about how the Crystal Empire banished itself.
Come. It's cold. Let us return home.
A little bit of that Nightmare Moon still in her. Yeah. Just really, really good job here. Yeah, I've always remembered this as being one of the coolest animations out there. It is. I saw this animation before I even watched the show, and it was really cool. It's a good example about what bronies can do to elevate the context of the show into fan projects like this, making it a little bit more mature, but still framing it within the elements of the show to not go too far, so that a younger audience can find this and enjoy it, which I appreciate. It is, again, it's really cool. I loved how they tackled Sombra and put elements to influence Luna here. It's a really good job, and yeah, really cool. Yes, this was a really cool, cute animation at the time. This was one of the first reactions that was done on the channel.
Strawberry. Blueberry. Apple.
It is just Pinkie Pie naming different muffins.
Applejack, quit giving me the oats. Sapphire. Confetti cake.
Love the little
Rock.
little jokes here and there.
Spaghetti.
It's fun.
Chicken. Applejack Daniels.
I'm sure that's.
Brownie cornflake muffins.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like somewhat of a parody of Epic Pie Time.
Live action muffin. Shed. What muffin would you like for breakfast,
Shed.
Dopey? Most all of those look like cupcakes. You'll eat them anyway. You'll eat them and like it.
This is just a very short, simple animation.
So try all of our delicious cupcakes. Muffins, cupcakes,
But
at Sugar Cube Corner.
this was the first thing I ever saw from Silly Philly, so that's why I have such nostalgia for it. Love this ending. But yeah, it was also one of the first reactions that was done in this channel by Corral, so there's that bit of nostalgia. There's nothing complicated about this. It is a short and simple thing with a lot of visual gags, but it is entertaining to just... It's a casual entertainment, I guess. Alright, the last one I'm going to be taking a look at today is called the sequel, which is Donut Still 2. I remember when this came out, I believe it was an April Fool's video, and it was just labeled the sequel trailer for what I assume was getting people thinking, oh, they're going to do a sequel to Snowdrop. But they did later add the Donut Still 2 into the video, I guess, to just let people know that it's a joke. But yeah, let's see the sequel to the epic first Donut Steal. I can imagine the frustration people who wanted to have a sequel to have.
An unexpected story.
It starts out with Snowdrop.
Coming this holiday season, the sequel to our most beloved story ever.
Yes.
Donut Steal 2! Featuring
It's just a great gag to have.
plus special guest appearances.
Oh.
Where am I?
Oh. Yes.
Is anyone there? Hello?
Donut Steal 2!
Ah, Sombra.
How did you get back in my office?
Well, that's Donut Steal 2, which is, you know, more fun. It works better as an April Fool's video, I suppose, because you're expecting something that's Snowdrop related, but this is... I can see the funny aspects of this one, which I found very entertaining when I saw it. But technically, this was the last pony video from Silly Philly Studios. Because after this point, they kind of switched to more non-pony stuff. And then, the YouTube's algorithm change happened in, like, that 2018 era. So, animation was no longer a viable thing to do on YouTube, so many channels just stopped. And unfortunately, this was one of them, which I found super sad, because they had made some very iconic animations. Two of them we saw here. The others were kind of joke animations, but they're all still fun. Which is a shame. I did get to see their panel at one of the BronyCons, so it was cool just to see how they did stuff. And I wish that they continued to do animations, but I understand life stuff happens, and then YouTube is just a whole other thing. But yeah, I think Cinephily has just a solid legacy. It will be remembered, if not for Snowdrop, then probably for Fall of the Crystal Empire. But it does cement its place in Brony history for just being influential in an aspect. So yeah, this is what I was nostalgic for. I really enjoyed all the stuff. And of course, there are other animations. If you haven't seen any of the other animations they've done, go check them out. A lot of them are Luna based. I did mention that they did do a parody of Charlie the Unicorn, which is entertaining. So yeah, in that case, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.